Oh boy, have I got a crazy one filled with drama for you guys today. First of all, as you can see, I just dodged someone in the final of the Daily Knockout Tournament. And as you can see, I have stooped to a new low and put attribute cards on my Wayne Rooney and my Thierry Henry, which you're about to find out was an absolutely terrible idea, apparently, but we'll get onto that when we actually get into the game. I was putting contracts on, I think, Antonio Valencia, and when it suggests stuff, I had 3 of them silver attribute cards, and I was like, do you know what? Last time I played for one of these cards, I got shafted in the semi-final by a guy with all attribute cards on every single bloody player. I'm just going to do it. I mean, they're there, aren't they? They should be banned. They aren't. I didn't want to come up against someone who had them on his team and me not have them, so I was like, screw it. I'm going to put them on my striker and my count because I had 3 of them. But anyway, there was, as you guys can see here, a horrendous amount of cherry picking, although I'm not sure how that's cherry picking because you can't actually see anything about it. As you've seen from me, I dodged the guy with the hashtag United kit because I had no chance I'm coming up against a professional FIFA player in the final of this tournament. People were dodging me before they could even see my squad and stuff, and then this guy dodged me because of the Chinese New Year kit that everybody got, which is, well, I assume that's why, which is a little bit weird. And we just took a few times to actually get into a game. I think it's this one that we eventually actually get into a match. We both click A straight away. Our kits are nice, we both click A straight away. And yeah, we actually managed to go and get into a game. And this is the guy that we're going to be playing against in the final of the Daily Knockout Tournament for Footswap Mendy. A very good team, but also a little bit mental. So a lot of good players, the Player of the Month, the Path to Glories, the Prime Icons, the Player of the Year, Sessegnon, who I can forgive him for playing Player of the Year Sessegnon left back because there isn't any good English left backs on this game. Although he's got an icon either side of him, so I don't know why he wouldn't just get Alexandra or Alaba or something like that, but whatever. I'm pretty sure this is this guy's first owner team because he had that Footswap Phil Jones playing centre-back, which is a bit of a weird one, but we'll soon see. Turns out to be the best player in the game. And we also want to watch Laporte playing right-back. So I assume this guy's using the first owner squad and they're just cards he had in his club. We get a very early corner and Rooney, I think, hits the bar and the post at the same time. Or it was tipped onto the bar by the goalie, almost going ahead. Essentially from a kick-off goal, we won a corner from a kick-off and almost scored it. And I thought we were about to bloody concede on one as well until this guy misplaces his pass and we managed to pick up the ball and start a counter-attack of our own. And this little clip here, Thierry Henry with 99 pace and whatnot, that basically just sums up how attribute cards seem to go for me there. And it was a very stale start to the game, very cagey, until I again grabbed myself another corner in the 22nd minute. Sally trying to get a shot off and Sessegnon blocking it. The corners seemed like they were going to be my best chance of scoring. A decent little save from Butland to the near post there. I don't know, it was just really cagey, really hard for anyone to break anybody down. And the only chances so far in the 24th minute are literally my corners and the shots that have gotten me corners. So it was a cagey one. We're both in the final. We obviously both want to win. This was last night. There was still like 12 hours left to play, but to people in the UK, that's like sleeping time. And this guy was called Luke, so I assume he's from the UK. I suppose he could have been from America. That was his first shot with Harry Kane. Or he could be from Australia or something like that, but I don't know why I'm assuming he's from... I mean, I'd hope he's from the UK and we've both been matched like the same server in the UK or something. But you never know with FIFA, do you, to be honest with you. Anyway, this guy then started to actually get a couple of chances from his corners. A very, very good save with his feet from Farman there. He then comes out to punch it and is picked up by Phil Jones, who we'll soon see is the greatest player in this whole bloody game. It's actually, like, this whole match, the best player was that stupid foot swap Phil Jones, who I was laughing at when I seen in the squad screen. I thought I'd be able to bully him. Him and Prime Rio paired up next to each other. Oh, I had no chance. It was ludicrous. Especially, I had a +6 all attribute card, but bear in mind, I've got most of the coaches that boosted. That's that Rooney. He's got a +6 on him. And he's just done that horrific first touch, which led to Harry Kane getting the ball and finessing it in off the post in the 30th minute and putting me 1-0 down. Like, I've got an attribute card on him and Henry. I have actually got FIFA up here. You guys can't see it at the moment. That Wayne Rooney, normally without an attribute card on him, has got 84 dribbling. So he's got over 90 dribbling with an attribute card on him. He's got 88 ball control and 97 composure, and then I've put an attribute card on him. And that Henry, I mean, Sterling was offside anyway, but he's got what? Basically a +10 on him from his 82 shooting with 85 finishing. He's basically got 95 finishing and he couldn't hit the target from 12 yards out. He's a bloody icon. I don't know. They seem to make my players worse than better, which is really weird. I don't know if it was in my head but I don't think it was because I wasn't trying to play like they had attribute cards on them. If anything, I was playing more cagey and more conservative. But really, the only clear-cut chances I had to score were from long shots outside the box. I'm pretty sure this guy parked the bus, and we'll see it later on, where you can actually tell that he's parked the bus. I don't know if he had it at this point, but it was long shots from outside the box and then corners from them long shots being tipped around or blocked around the post. As you can see, there's like 3 shots off target or on target or just shots from outside the box, and then the headers and stuff like that inside the box. So yeah, again, just getting through his Rio Ferdinand and stuff like that was proven to be a very, very big struggle. And then we were getting caught on the counter-attack. A little bit like, I've tried to be very unbiased, and there's probably a little excessively too much gameplay in this for just one game, but it is the final of the Daily Knockout Tournament. You guys want to see the proper drama and everything that's happening. And I mean, look, that touch from Henry, I don't know how the ball fell to Sterling, and I don't know how Sterling missed, which is just ridiculous. But like, that Henry is A, incredible anyway, and B, he's now got a bloody attribute card on him, and he can't even dribble in a straight line without booting the ball to Rio Ferdinand. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I was basically just getting FIFA'd, and then luckily, this guy got FIFA'd as well. A free header for Roberto Firmino, and he just totally missed the goal. So it seemed to be like the game just didn't really want anyone to score. And I mean, that's just a foul from that Phil Jones, but Jones was just all over the place and tackling everyone. Even Raheem Sterling with his like 99 agility and stuff like that couldn't get away from him. And then again, that foot swap Fellaini, it's just a foul. He's just gone through the back of me and got the ball, but the game didn't care. And even in a second, wants to bloody rub it in, and it shows me a replay of Fellaini fouling me for a great tackle. I don't know. We're just getting bullied by the 2 foot swap cards, as you can see here. Luckily, he got FIFA'd and they both ran into each other. Again, Phil Jones almost bullying Henry, trying to get rounds with Sterling, and he just wouldn't touch the ball, and it was just FIFA all over, to be honest, for the both of us. I felt like I was, is it mugging me off and oh, Fellaini 4 tackles, and it shows me a bloody foul where he's gone through the back of my legs to get the ball. It's a great tackle. Quality tackle, 4 tackles. Anyway, I was the one creating most of the chances. He had that little spell of corners where he had like 2 or 3 chances and one of them went in. But apart from that, he didn't really have anything. So there was that. I suppose there was that Firmino was the other one, wasn't he? He scored, and then he had that Firmino chance. Whereas I was creating a lot of shooting chances, a lot of corners, a lot of shots from the edge of the box, a couple of one-on-ones, as you've seen. It just wouldn't go in the back of the net for either of us, which then made me feel during the game like I was getting the brunt of EA's hate, but I think it was just the ball wouldn't go in and I was just the one creating most of the chances, which made it feel like I was getting sausage. If one of his had got in, I would have been absolutely fuming, but luckily that Firmino chance did not go in. And we just carried on peppering away, trying to just create any sort of opportunity to get a goal. Probably should have shot with Matic there, don't really know what he's doing. Even worse, don't know what he's doing, trying to pass it. We give it back into Sterling. I shoot, and his Del Piero just is there, basically, and I get a penalty for it. So again, it's FIFA. We're both just getting FIFA'd at this point. And I've got a penalty in the 84th minute. Been trying so desperately to score against this guy on Park the Bus for age. I mean, I'm assuming he's on Park the Bus. It might have been ultra defensive. Basically, I was just on the edge of his box, passing the ball around, and we finally got it in. My heart dropped when it hit his leg, but it bounced into the roof of the net instead. As you guys know, I am notoriously awful at penalties. So when Rooney stepped up, I wasn't ever going to go anywhere other than down the middle, and when it hit his foot, I was like, no! But thankfully, it ended up in the back of the net in the 84th minute. And the FIFA gods had finally rolled in my favour, and we got a little bit of jam. A jammy penalty, and then a jammy finish of the penalty. And I felt like, at this point, FIFA had been like, oh, hang on, you're actually playing alright, you're creating loads of chances. Oh, why don't you win? And this is where you can see that he's like on Park the Bus or something. And I was like, alright, screw this, we're just going to smash it. And it bounces off the bar. We must have hit the bar in this game at least 4 or 5 times. I was trying to dig them all out when I was editing. I think I've got most of them. We hit them a couple of times from a corner, we hit it there. I think we then go on to hit it again in extra time, as you guys are about to see that this game is going to go to. I did, at this point, think it wasn't going to go to extra time, and you guys are about to see why. Thought to tackle them there, which, alright, okay. He's outstrengthed me with his Sessegnon with no stamina, whatever, fine. We then come to Salah, we tackle him with Bailey, no. We tackle him again, no. We tackle him again, no. Salah's still got the ball. I was like, oh no, this game just wants me to lose, doesn't it? And Sterling picks up the ball, we tackle him, no. He plays into Harry Kane. And thank God that was the most feeble of shots I have ever seen in my life from a player of the month, Harry Kane. And the game, like I said, goes to extra time. So, a very, very FIFA final. As you can see here, possession and stuff reasonably even. Most of it was in and around the final third for him towards the end of the game, and he was just catching me on counters and stuff, and I was just trying to break him down. I think, do I scroll down and show you guys where the shots are from in a second? Am I going to go down? Come on, there we go. As you can see, it's like 50-50 for my shots being in and around the box and in the box. A lot of the ones in the box were from corners, and a lot of ones outside the box, so me just trying to get past his 7 defenders on the edge of the box, and then him catching me on counter-attacks trying to score. So we sub on our new player of the year, Sessegnon, and we sub on Son. Left the 2 guys down the centre, Henry and Rooney, because they got attribute cards on, and I thought maybe the attribute cards would finally start working, but it didn't really seem to want to. We did come out the gates reasonably. Oh, no, we didn't actually. This is the end. I'm getting confused. 105th minute. This is like the first time anyone really got forwards at all in the first half of extra time. Again, me with a corner, whipping it in. I don't know why Boateng didn't just header it. Drops to Bailey. I was like, do you know what? It's just one of them games, and it just did it. It almost got in, and Butland fumbled it. I don't know why Boateng didn't head that ball. The auto switching from corners sometimes is bizarre. He manages to win the header with Fellaini. Sessegnon's picking the ball up and basically just trying to make a little bit of space to get the ball in. I thought we were going to get it with Matic, but Butland comes out and absolutely clatters him. And that is the first half in extra time. That was basically all that happened in the first half of extra time. So we jump in. We're now in the 111th minute, trying ever so desperately to get a goal and just calming down a little bit and trying to keep the ball. I wasn't playing awful, and I was playing quite solidly, but I wasn't playing with any confidence or flair or anything until this point where I was like, screw it, cut inside of Sessegnon and finesse it in the far corner in the 140th minute for him to be the hero in his first game after getting subbed on. So what I mean by that is I was basically just playing really safe. Instead of going for any sort of ball rolls to take someone on, any heel-to-heel chops or drag backs or little 1-2s or quick passing or anything, I was just like, keep the ball, keep the ball, keep the ball. And it wasn't really working, to be honest with you, because he could just put all of his players in front of me, and it made it in front of me getting towards his goal, and it just made it really difficult for me to actually keep the ball. But we managed to keep it there. We tasked it around in the corner, and we managed to win 2-1 in extra time. Valencia's buzzing. I was so relieved. Poor Luke has probably felt absolutely FIFA'd, to be honest, as well. And luckily, we came out of it in the end with Mendy. I mean, the goal we scored with Sessegnon was quite good. I felt it was quite composed, and that was the first little bit of decent, like, proper attacking that I did, where we actually dropped the shoulder, cut inside, read what he was going to do, and finished it off, whereas everything else just felt like getting FIFA'd. If FIFA'd was in a verb, that would be what that game was. We both got FIFA'd, to be honest with you. But luckily we unlocked the Mendy, and we can jump back to live and crack on with the rest of today's video. So that was quite a lot of gameplay, but I wanted to give you guys a proper flavour for how the Daily Knockout Tournament went. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you the other round because I forgot to turn my Elgato on. You might have noticed it just randomly came on when I was on the squad screen because I looked down to make sure my flashback recording was there. The bloody software wasn't even open, so I was like, crap, turn it on. So we missed the first round, or the semi-final, sorry, because I showed you the other two yesterday. The first round of this video, what it would have been. The guy rage quit at 3-0 at half time. It's absolutely tragic of FIFA. I think he had like 35% possession and 0 shots to my 65% and 13 shots on target or something like that. Honestly, no idea how he managed to get to the semi-final, but he did, and we came up against Luke in the semi-final. In the final, I should say, sorry, who was actually a pretty good... I'm calling him a Luke as if I know him. That was just his gamer tag. But he was quite good. And also, I'm going to give you guys an update as well. Remember that guy who we played in the first round? Who was absolutely sick. It was again, it was just one of them games that anyone can win. And he was actually really nice. Turns out he was a viewer. Remember this, where he was saying GG and I was talking about I hate FIFA, and he scored like a 20-yard header with Arias, who's 5'9" and stuff. And he was just agreeing with me, and we were just chatting. So I asked him how we got on. And he's just yesterday messaged me saying that he just watched my video that he was in. So shout out to you again, mate. And he actually went on to win the Mendy, which was nice. So we lost to someone who went on to win the tournament. Not too shabby at all. And we've just won it ourselves. So anyway, what are we going to talk about in today's video other than the craziness of the Daily Knockout Tournament? We're going to talk about EA potentially obtaining the rights to the UEFA Champions League. It has been announced that PES's partnership with UEFA finishes on the day, or just after, probably like at midnight on the night of the Champions League final this year. Now I'm going to go out on a whim and say that the Champions League rights for video games haven't been left to nobody. Somebody's bought them that isn't PES, and if I'm going to put my money on someone, it would obviously be EA. However, apparently, a couple of months ago, the PR company, I'll see if I can find the screenshot of this on Twitter. I've seen it on Twitter before. I can't remember for the life of me who tweeted it out. So it might be in the video and you might just have to take my word for it. But basically, the PR company that works for UEFA published an article on their website that was there for a couple of minutes about the fact that that UEFA had just signed a deal with EA. It was deleted, obviously, because that is horrendous PR and horrendous promotion, because PES are currently still paying to be promoted by the Champions League as the Champions League sponsor, and they're like, we've just signed with EA, and that's just horrendous. So obviously whoever did that's been sacked or reprimanded, and the post was deleted very quickly, but apparently they've signed it with EA now. I can't 100% confirm that. I didn't see it with my own eyes. Someone could have photoshopped it, but that is the word on the street. I mean, if you're just thinking logically, it's probably happened. Like, if PES haven't bought it, PES is the second most football game, I assume, with regards to sales. I mean, probably is. I know it's huge in like Japan and stuff like that. I'm not sure how much they're actually bothered about the Champions League, but probably quite a lot. Everyone loves the Prem in Europe, and Champions League, like the Premier. It's got Messi and Ronaldo and everything like that. So I assume PES is. Footy Manager is probably third, and I honestly can't think of another football game, if I'm being honest with you guys. There's that weird one, the FIFA in China, where I can't even remember what it's called. It's made by EA, but it's not FIFA 18. It's like a special game just for China. Anyway, my point is, if PES haven't stumped up the money to pay for it, that's because someone else has stumped up the money and paid more, and who else is that going to be but EA? So I am assuming that in FIFA 19 we are going to have the Champions League, and as soon as the Champions League final's over and PES's rights to the sponsorship run out, EA will be absolutely all over that and announcing that for FIFA 19. So let me know what you guys would like to see down in the comment section for FIFA 19. It's probably going to be a big thing for career mode. What's it called now? The Champions Cup or something like that, and it's proper dead. Imagine having the actual Champions League in the journey. Again, the journey is not the most enthralling thing in the world, but I mean, the Champions League can't help it, can't hurt it. What I would like to see is actual, like, specific Champions League stuff in FUT. Spice FUT up a bit, put a Champions League format tournament in instead of just everyone playing in the daily knockout tournament every day because there's nothing else to do. Special actual Champions League cards now instead of the crappy, like, let me get one of them. Who did I use on my main channel the other day? There's that Portuguese striker for Milan. This dude, them cards, I mean, they do look like the Champions League, don't they? Kind of. But EA have got to, like, skirt the line a little bit because they don't have the rights to it. But now they could actually put the Champions League logo on there and just make the card look sick and just do more stuff with it. Don't just do the team of the group stages and the team of the knockout stages. Special Champions League SBCs to get even just different coloured cards of the same players that can go into SBCs to unlock, like, the best player from your club. And there's just so much, I mean, there's so many things I can think of that would make FIFA sick anyway that they don't seem to put in the game. Like, honestly, just give me a job, EA, and I could think of content every single day to go in the game and keep everyone entertained, but they aren't that bothered by it, to be honest with you. But if the Champions League does give them another avenue to go down, and hopefully will, it can only mean we get more content. It's not going to make us get less, is it? So I can only think that it's going to be a good thing. Let me know if you guys have got any sick ideas, what you would like to see down in the comment section. Maybe even the way we're all hoping for a World Cup mode addition to FUT, where it's like it's linked with your club, but it's a separate sort of thing, where every time you buy a pack in normal FIFA, you also get a pack in the World Cup mode. I think that's how it worked last time, and all your coins are the same and stuff like that. Imagine a separate Champions League mode. We could only get players in the Champions League and you had to build your special Champions League team and play through the group stages against other people to get through to the knockout rounds. And that would be proper sick. That would be so good. But anyway, we're just looking at a screen while I'm talking about this. So let's actually go and do something. After we've won one FUT slot player, we're going to go and unlock this Ivanovic that I've just seen has come out as well. You need a Serbian player and a Russian League player. So this shouldn't cost too much. I mean, I'm hoping I've got one in my club. Yeah, we've got a Serbian Russian League player. Alright, brilliant. There we go. That was well easy. What else do we need to do? 80 chem, 76 rated. Nice. We just need to make our Russian League team. Or a Serbian team, actually. Maybe I should I sell the Serbians? Are they actually going to be worth some coins? Let me have a quick little look. Where's Serbia? And we've got Matic, we've got Markovic, we've got Kostic, Subotic. I mean, we could even trade Milinkovic-Savic in because he's absolutely tragic, but we may as well keep him and use his rating for something actually useful. Right, are these guys actually worth any coins, or shall I just throw them in the squad for chemistry? Let's have a quick look. No. Alright, nobody's bothered. It literally costs nothing to do this squad. So it's probably easier to just stick Russian League players in because I don't seem to have enough Serbians. Where's the Russian League? There it is. There's another centre-back, a goalie, please. Ooh, we could use him. We'll see. We only need 80 chem, so you can just put any random goalie in. That's not going to help us to get a 76 rated. Wait, we don't actually have any... I cleared out my club. This is an issue with doing that. Right, we've got them two. This is an issue with just binning off everything in your club, because you can struggle for players. Luckily for me, some of them have got very funny positions, like this right wing back to go there. We've got a cam and a CDM to go in the centre. We've got a perfect link to each other's out, which is nice. So that's very helpful for chemistry. We're on 69 chem already, to be honest with you. So let's just reset that and stick any old crappy left back into the squad. We'll have Went, left mid. We will have... Oh, we got a Bundesliga one. That'll get a little bit of a link. Let's have a look in the non-rares. No, we have. I suppose we could use a silver. It doesn't really matter, does it? We haven't really. We've got a fair German tier silver. This isn't particular. This is the problem with cleaning out your club, is that when it comes to be doing SBCs, you haven't got any players to then stick in them. But we should be alright. Fisker. It really doesn't matter, does it? Maybe just put. Have you got any untradables? Nah. Snodgrass. Alright, you're the crappiest one that we've got. There we go. Ooh, that puts my chemistry down. That's not too good. Oh, all right, there we go. 80 chem. Nice. Okay, easy peasy. Non-rares mostly. 77 rated instead of 76. Thank you very much. I'll have an Ivanovic for free, basically. Good stuff. That now gives us, I think, 8 foot swap players. I could be wrong. It might just be 7. But let me go and have a look, because my issue with it is, what do I do with them? That was like 6,000 coins worth of players, apparently, is the cheapest way you can do it on Futbin. Is it getting to the point where it's not actually cost effective to get this Ibra and to get this Koke to trade in for SBCs? By the time I've traded them all in and stuff like that, is it actually going to be worth it? Or should I get someone that I'm actually going to use and just buy an 87 rated player? So the cheapest 87 rated player on the game is Verratti, who's 26k. The cheapest 90 rated player is Higuain, who is 57k, and Cruz is 59. So then it's making me think, like, am I gonna spend more than 70k, 75k, 80k, whatever it is when you add both of them up? Is it going to be where have I spent more than that on getting these players? And if so, it's probably pointless. It's not. I suppose it's not pointless. You've just essentially just bought them. Whereas then it makes me think, should I use that 75k to instead get a 91 rated Alexis Sanchez or Luka Modric? Because if I change this, the cheapest 91 rated player on the game is Lewandowski. He's 80k. So again, it really doesn't matter. Like, you can just buy one. So that's making me think, should I... Well, I could try my luck with 125k back, but that sounds like an absolutely tragic idea. That's making me think, should I try and get... Is this Alexis Sanchez going to be the one to go for instead? Should I pick up Insigne for 7 because he looks absolutely mental, and I've still got 4 left to go and grab myself maybe a Koke or a... I don't know why I'd want... Could you Payet? Probably wouldn't want to. Don't know why I'd use Santi Cazorla. I could get myself a Wendell and a Henderson. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It's obvious. It's kind of free stuff, and we've only done a couple of them from... I suppose we've only done 2 from SBCs. I think the first one cost like 15k, and that one cost 6k, so it's like 21k coins plus the time. But that doesn't matter. Like, that's not coins, is it? For doing the daily knockout tournament, so it's like 20k, and you can get essentially, if you're talking SBCs, you can get like the most way to max it out would be to get probably the Zlatan and the Koke. That's an 87 and an 89, which would cost you like 80, 90k to buy. Or we could just go for an Alexis Sanchez for an SBC. Or we can discard the fact that we're going to trade them in and just pick the one that would probably be best for our team. I was talking about working towards Ronaldo, so we could maybe go for Luka Modric. Modric, of course, is 89 rated normally, so 91 isn't a huge step up, and it's still the same position and stuff. Just to compare their stats, he has got 2 better pace, 6 better shooting's pretty good, 3 passing, 2 dribbling, 3 defending, and 3 physical. He's basically on 3 in every stat on average. Maybe. Or do we go for Alexis Sanchez because he's now a striker? I'm not a big fan of Sanchez on this game, not going to lie to you, but he is 91 rated again instead of 89, and he is a striker. Could be quite good. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, because I am at a little bit of an impasse with this. Insigne again is now a centre forward, and he's 88 rated. Normal Insigne is 85, so that's a +3, and it is a position change, meaning you can slot him into different squads. He's only 5'4", though, as you all know from Squad of the Showdown, going in goal. So I'm not really sure, basically, is what I'm getting at, what the best way to maximise, to get the best value out of these foot swapped cards that I've now got is. That is my problem. I'll double check how much you've got as we finish off this video, but let me know down in the comment section what you think I should do basically. Should we go for SBC ratings and get like the value for money for an 87 and an 80 and a 90 rated, or should we just go for a good player because you could have just basically bought them anyway? We're probably not going to end up spending that much coins on these guys anyway. Like, it's not going to cost me 90k to get the 2 of them, so it probably is a good deal if we are just going to be trading them in for SBCs, because we've probably spent about 20k so far. But we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we've got 8 of them so far, which is pretty good. We missed one from the first Daily Knockout Tournament, but we can basically get any card that we do want because you only need 11 for the top one. So let me know down in the comment section, should we go for usable and get ourselves a Alexis Sanchez, or maybe a lower one plus Wendell and Henderson or something like that? I don't know. It's up to you guys. And also let me know what you think would be very cool for the Champions League. We didn't do comment of the day. I'm a terrible person. Let me quickly, as we finish this off as well, grab a comment of the day from last episode yesterday. Save Rio and treat yourself to some team of the seasons and you can get a 90 rated right forward. I'm not really sure what Mr. AJ3 followers is getting on at with the 90 rated right forward. Is he saying save Rio as in don't do him, or save Rio as in do, or is he saying save the packs for team of the season? I don't really know, to be honest with you. And what is everybody else saying? Do Rio and save the packs you get for team of the season, said Papa Chin Dog. Get Rio Ferdinand with Henry and play Sessi on left wing, said Abby Richardson. Penalties are something you can't be bad at. Come on, Andy, just get a bit of practice. I do need to just go into the skill game and just practice pens. Yeah, you are right. Okay, there's comment of the day. Thank you very much, Johnny McTominay. I'm going to go and practice some penalties because I can't be dealing with it this FUT Champs. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'm going to leave it there.